Michael Saylor is starting to sound a lot like Elizabeth Warren. Don't be impressed by people. Everyone has put Michael Saylor on this pedestal and they hang on every word he says. Watch this video I'm about to play for you and tell me if you still feel the same way about Michael Saylor. He pretty much blames crypto anarchists for the government in the future wanting to seize Bitcoin because they are not regulated entities. And he says anyone trying to sell you a hardware wallet or self-custody or a foreign passport is just fear-mongering to you. Do not listen to what these people say. Look at what they do. Michael Saylor personally and MicroStrategies, they have self-custodied all of their Bitcoin. They don't keep it with a bank or a third party or with the government. They have taken possession of it, but he's telling all the retail investors out there, hey, you shouldn't self-custody. It's just people fear-mongering to you, and you should trust the government and other people with your Bitcoin. I'm telling you, when this next financial crisis comes, people are going to have money in the bank, people are going to have Bitcoin on exchanges, and it is going to disappear. It has already happened with FTX. If you trust these exchanges or these institutions, people have already been wiped out. And, with Michael Saylor having such a big platform and for him saying this is just so bad, it's just incredible. So watch this video and decide for yourself.
If there is more Bitcoins held with these third-party custodians, what risk does that pose, having greater supply held by fewer large institutions? Does that increase the risk of seizure and confiscation like we've seen with gold? And is that not exactly what Bitcoiners don't want to happen?
No, I think it's the opposite. I think that when the Bitcoin is held by a bunch of crypto anarchists who aren't regulated entities, who don't acknowledge government or don't acknowledge taxes or don't acknowledge reporting requirements, that increases the risk of seizure. You have an OG crypto community that's very hardcore about it, but if you look at where all the money is, 99.9% of the money is actually in the traditional economy.
If you consider the Great Depression, people thought that their gold was safe in banks until the Executive Order of 1933. So we're not entirely safe. I know that's kind of a wild thing to suggest may happen again, but history does repeat itself. So people's Bitcoin wouldn't be entirely safe.
People say that, but mostly it's paranoid crypto anarchists that say that. Okay? Because it's a myth and a trope that goes on over and over again. But first of all, he didn't really seize the gold. People voluntarily turned in the gold. They didn't go and kick in everybody's door, arrest them, shoot them, and take their gold. That never happened. Is the United States on the Bitcoin standard?
Maybe we will be soon.
But the point really is we're not. Right? It's totally not a reasonable comparison. People have these inflammatory, tropes or inflammatory memes that they use. And it's like, I say that because I want you to give me your money. Okay, if you don't trust the bank, then you'll buy my hardware wallet. If you don't trust this government, you'll move to my country and you'll buy a passport from me. That's the kind of fear-mongering to get you to give me your money, right? And I use it to sell you a gun, to sell you a hardware wallet, to sell you an account, to sell you a financial advisor, to sell you an insurance policy, to sell you